Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we are going to be continuing Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 6. Last time, shit blew out of the water. Eren is now there and attacking at this point, and shit's about to go down. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. We do this every Sunday, so you can expect this around Sunday night. But if you'd like to watch these uncut and early, you can definitely check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AJRich123. Also, I do reviews at the very end of the episode, so anything that I catch by the end of it, I talk at the end, any theories, any stuff like that. So definitely watch to the end if you haven't been doing that. And let's go ahead and start. That is a lot of kids. So this is what happened before. And now shit's going down. He seems so calm. Okay, so he expected it to happen. I guess, of course, they would be ready for something like that. If you put so much attention on one part, then you're gonna forget about all the other parts. It's like you're concentrating on one thing. You're still going to be on the defense. So they have more control. Huh. I guess you're technically looking at the bright side there for them. So there's lots of casualties that are possible. So much risk in play. Which he definitely was doing. As we saw, it kind of worked because everybody was paying attention to him. All that detail and all that information. And it makes me think, was he telling the truth about everything he was saying too? With this show, it's kind of hard to take everything at face value and believe everything somebody is telling you. So there's a lot of stuff there that I don't know if it was accurate or not. But you can tell this is like a big gamble for him. It's like the last chance, last shot. So they'll sympathize with them, right? It's a valid strategy, but he's willing to give up himself. That's dedication. That is so true in this case. Everyone's doing bad things. Each side has their own wrongs. Oh, Jesus. Back to reality. Now what? Eren's hungry. Eren obviously has a plan, but what is he intending on doing? Oh, okay. Kill everybody. Oh, yeah. There's probably a lot of dead people here. Just let Eren Hulk out here. He'll tuck her out, maybe. Probably not. Jesus. How is this different from when the Titans did that type of destruction when he was a kid? Oh! Oh, shit! So she's... So maybe That's what he was trying to do, trying to smoke out who the Warhammer Titan was, because we knew it was somebody. It was obviously not him, not the main guy. So it was one of them. And Eren, if that was his goal, that was very smart. God, Eren has no chill. He feels so different. Obviously, it's been a lot of time since season 3, but the way he's doing everything is so different. Do they have a strategy against him? They were obviously making him a they were making him an enemy. So oh, what the is that? The hammer? Is that? It doesn't look like a hammer. It looks like a fucking spiked tower. There's always that one drunk guy. The fuck? So much death. This is gonna affect them a lot. Falco, all of them. This is so much to do when they're kids here. Just like Eren was affected as a kid, just like we've seen Reiner, we've seen all these backstories of people. It's the same thing that's happening to them as kids now. It's like, it's just a repeated process. You have horror and, bad things happening to you, which affects how you grow up and how you take things. It can affect the rest of your life. This is really bad for them. So she was suspicious. She had to get her team of simps. Oh, yes! Oh, here's the crew! The fuck? So that's what it actually looks like. And there's the hammer. It looks so different. I mean, I guess they all look a lot different compared to each other, but this one just looks so strange. Without help, obviously he's got backup. We saw the gear. I think he would have lost by himself here for sure. And the other question is this Titan seems like this, the Warhammer Titan here, the user seems trained. You would think when I saw those random people, like everyone that could have possibly had this, I thought, are they actually trained to use it? Just because there were some kids and everything. And, but she looks trained, and, the way she's able to actually go toe to toe with Eren here, I'm guessing she's probably trained as hard as all the others have. You can't. It's Eren, though. Every time you think he's lost, he's still there. Does he have to bail now? She's got the happy hammer. Fuck off? Oh, there we go. There's our girl. Feels like forever since we've seen her. And everybody else. It's weird. She looks a little like Levi there. Just with the super short hair. Really, let me know if you guys think that too. Kind of looked a little like Levi. Information available for public disclosure. The Warhammer Titan. The Titan inherited by the Tiber family and held by Willie's younger sister, Lara Tiber. Its body is encased in a white shell created by extraordinary hardening ability. Okay, so kind of, is it a enhanced version of Annie's hardening then? Of the female Titan? It seems to be saying extraordinary hardening when we saw the other one was just hardening. So maybe it's a bigger version. Furthermore, it can use that same hardening ability to construct any weapon in its visions. So, that's why we saw okay, so it's Warhammer, crossbow, a whip. You would think the hammer, because it is called the War Hammer Titan, but you can use, so that pretty much you can make it any weapon. You have like an entire toolkit in your body on you. You can make appear. That's wow. You know what I find crazy though? Having this other Titan appear in season 4. It's crazy we've never heard about this one until now. Because we've heard about the majority of them. We saw, at least we heard of them or we saw them in seasons 1 through 3. But it is kind of cool to know there was something else now that we're learning. Just, it took 4 seasons to find out this one. But what makes this feel superior then? With the hardening, it feels superior to the female Titan. In a multiple ways. Superior to a lot of them. But each Titan has their own strengths and weaknesses. So the big question is, what's this Titan's weakness? So they're bringing everybody. It's war in their own backyard. Yeah, the way they're talking, this could start a world war. Oh shit. Is that John? Oh god. Oh, and Flock. And he's still a dick. He has started an insane war here. And he's going to be targeted. Though, when you think about it, he was already targeted. Before he even does that, they were making him the enemy. So, if you think about it from that side, it was kind of a lose-lose for him. But if you think about this with a conscience and normal, yeah, he did shit that happened to him as a kid. 2 wrongs don't make a right. This is kind of bad any way you look at it. It's hard to say, hey, man, you did this for good reasons. You might have, but what about from the other side? You were just talking about how you looked at it from the other side and that there's innocent on both sides. So I wonder what Eren's reasoning is here. Yup, she's not done. This one is difficult to beat. So it can just keep making what it needs, meaning replenishing anything. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of similarities between Eren's experience and hers here. Going through, this is traumatic. I can tell she's gonna be pissed off and affected by this. And now everybody we've rooted for through the first couple seasons here is now looking like the enemy to everybody else. There's Sasha. Sasha's it. Connie. This is so fucked up. That same look Eren makes. It's like fucking the apocalypse here. Destruction. You survive. What do you do? Everyone's gonna be after you. Here comes the music. Whoa. All the way down there. That's a unique way of hiding your body. Holy shit. This, the same type of egg we saw Annie be in. Hardening themselves to protect themselves. And that's how you beat it. That's how you crack a motherfucking egg. Or just eat it. Oh. Levi? Has to be Levi. Oh, you done fucked up. They were prepared. This was not half-assed. This was full-assed. It's all perspective. It's all perspective. It is really great to see everybody again. It's great to see that everybody's kind of the same. At least the couple lines we got at it, everybody seemed like Flock's still a dick. John is still able to kind of take charge. We saw Mikasa, you know, still kind of simps for Eren. We saw everything kind of in place. I knew Levi was going to come out at some point because if everybody else is there, he's there somewhere. But there's no, I think this was on both sides. From, as we saw from the Tiber family, we saw that was kind of a risk with what they were doing. They were making Eren the enemy. They were putting themselves out there, which it did one thing. When you think about it, this entire thing did one thing. It made Eren the enemy. It made all of them, and it's going to make the island and everything look worse than it already was. Worse than everybody already had looked at them. But on top of it, it's going to make the entire world go, like, turn this into a world war. The way they were talking, turn this into a world war and be against Eren. Eren must have known this was a possibility, a high possibility. So that's what, like, we kind of learned a little bit of his thinking last episode, but there's still a lot of missing things. He has to have thought this. Also, the way he thinks and just the way he talks has slowly been it's like he's losing, I want to say he's losing his emotions a bit. Like, we saw that at the end of season 3, the way he talked and how sad he looked, and just the way he looked compared to, you know, season 1 and season 2, where he had all this drive, but he had passion. The passion seems, at least outside, it looks gone. It's just like, I don't know. It just seems like he's slowly changed. And I don't think it's for the better. Like, the way he's acting is I mean, they're making him out to be a villain, but when you think about it, if you're trying not to take sides at all, he is being a villain here. And on top of it, he's gone through horrible things. So this is straight up revenge. And yeah, he wanted to beat every Titan. Now he wants to beat all these people that have, and everything. But where does it stop? Like, okay, you destroyed everybody here. Are you going to stop? No. Now everybody else is going to come after you. Nothing's going to be gained here. It's just, I guess that's why I kind of felt sad the more and more this episode came by, because there's just really no winning. And because of that, you're also making you already had enemies, but you're making worse ones. We saw Gabby give that exact look that Eren was doing to the Titans to when bad things happened. That same look, that same grit of the teeth. And you're making, right now, you're making Gabby into your own Eren. Eren is how Eren started as a kid and had all this bad things happen and made him fill him with all this hate. It's the same thing you just did with Gabby. Not that she wasn't already, you know, put in a bad position of being a warrior and getting brought up like this, but you made it 1,000 times worse. And not just her, probably everybody that is affected by here, that's lost family, that's it. It's just, I said this last episode, the whole thing is a lose-lose situation for everybody. But I don't know. I really am curious on where it's going to go here. I also want to know what your guys' opinions are. What did you think of this conflict? What did you think of Eren's kind of choice here to do this. There probably was other strategies he could have used instead of just destroying everything there. Could he have done something else? Could he have tried to talk to the Tybers instead of Reiner? Could he have gone to them instead and tried to do something? Was there a different strategy that he could have used outside of what he just did here, which was just go full on villain mode? That's what that was. He was being the villain to everybody else, and they were putting him and making him like that. But I don't know. I always want to think there's a different way of doing something, and I feel bad about it. I don't know. This episode just genuinely made me sad, just for everybody. But if you are new to the channel, though, make sure you subscribe. We do this every week. Smash that like button, hit that notification bell. If you want to watch these episodes early and uncut, definitely check out my Patreon, patreon.com/AJRich123. These episodes are so easy to just continue talking because there's so much to talk about. There's so much depth to the characters. There's so much. We've had world building going from just the walls all the way to an entire world that on season 1 would have never seemed possible to have this here. And it's so much to talk about. I love this show. But seriously, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.